with another video. I say I'm back with another video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Yes, I said subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. This your boy Music 101, the street reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. The internet is in a frenzy right now after day 3 of Ksoo and ATK Scotty murder trial. If y'all been keeping up with my content, I let y'all know the past 2 days, Ksoo defense been putting belt to the state. Day 3, it's a toss-up depending on your thought process. But my opinion, day 3 wasn't a good day for Ksoo. Tell you the truth, it can go either way, man. The state first witness was Miss Gang. She used to date Ksoo's cousin. She testified that she picked Ksoo up from some apartments after he allegedly shot and killed Charles McCormick.
On January 15, 2020, that morning, were you home?
Yes.
And what's the first thing you remember about that morning?
I was being woke up out my sleep.
Who was waking you up?
Torgan.
And do you recall around what time on January 15th that was?
Like early afternoon.
And so, do you mean around lunchtime or later? If you remember.
Before lunchtime.
Was it unusual for you to have still been asleep at that time?
No.
Right. And why is that?
Because I took care of my grandma overnight.
And did she live with you?
No.
Where was she staying?
With my dad.
After you were woken up on January 15th, 2020 by Torgan, did you see anyone else in your home?
Yes.
And who was that?
Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes.
And what happened after you were woken up by Torgan?
I woke up and I went out to the living room and him and Kareem were there and they asked me to go pick up Hakeem.
Did you know why they wanted you to pick him up?
No.
Did you ask?
No.
Did you finally agree to do that?
Yes.
Did it seem to you like Torgan or Abdul Robinson Jr. did not want to go pick him up themselves?
Yes.
Where did you have to go to pick Hakeem up?
Up Arlington Expressway in some apartments.
And how did you know where to go?
Kareem, I believe Kareem said it, or I don't know if there was a thing on his phone with a map. That I cannot remember.
Did you go to that apartment complex?
Yes.
How did you get there?
I drove my silver Honda.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. have a vehicle at your home that day?
Yes.
You recall what it was?
It was an SUV.
Were you given anything before you left to go pick Hakeem Robinson up?
Yes.
And what was that?
Kareem's phone.
You recall what type of phone it was?
I believe it was an iPhone.
Did you have a phone on January 15, 2020?
Yes.
Was your phone working on January 15, 2020?
No.
The whole day?
Not the whole day.
Did it get deactivated?
No, when I woke up, my phone was off. I didn't know I didn't pay the bill.
Later that day, did you pay the bill?
Yes.
Okay. After you got into your silver Honda and you drove to the apartment complex, what happened?
I was riding through, I pulled into it's like some brick apartments. I pulled in and I was like circling around because I didn't really know exactly where he was at. So I was like going through a loop and I got a call on the phone. I don't know if it was an Instagram call. I can't recall, a regular call, FaceTime. And it was Hakeem saying, I'm down here. Like, turn around.
Do you recall what the apartment complex looked like?
It was brick buildings.
Your Honor, may I publish an exhibit that are already in evidence?
Yes.
Showing you what's in evidence as State's Exhibit 177. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
And what do you recognize that to be?
Apartments.
That's the same apartment complex you went to on January 15th, 2020?
Yes.
And showing you States Exhibit 179. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Is that those same apartment complexes?
Yes.
Now, explain again, when you initially pulled into the apartment complex, do you know what building you went to, or where exactly did you go?
I went straight. It's like one way in, one way out. I went down, and then I went to turn around.
And were you looking for someone?
Yes.
And that's when you got the call?
Yes.
After you got that call, where did you go in the complex?
Can you repeat that?
Sorry, where did you go in the complex?
I pulled in to like right here, right here, spot like right here.
And what happened when you pulled into that spot?
Hakeem came from under, like up from over here.
And what did he do?
He got in my back seat.
You said he got into the backseat of your car?
Correct.
And did he have a firearm with him?
No,
Today, do you recall what he was wearing?
I don't.
Do you remember what his hair was like that day?
He had like dreads, but they're like twisty looking like dreads.
And about how far down did they go?
Like right here.
After you got Hakeem Robinson and he got into your car, where'd you go?
Back to my house.
Did y'all talk at all on the way back?
No,
About how long did it take you to get back to your house on Dalehurst?
about 5 minutes.
And when you got back, what did you do?
I don't know if I handed Kareem's phone to Hakeem or gave it back to Kareem, and I went back to my room and laid back down.
Did you ever ask them about what happened on January 15, 2020?
No.
And shortly after this, did you stop dating Torgon?
Yes.
Ksoo attorney cross-examined Ms. Gant, and she came out swinging, accusing Ms. Gant of selling drugs. Now, that don't have nothing to do with the case, but remember, the defense job is to discredit and paint a picture to the jury that the witnesses is not credible. In fact, she painted a picture that Ms. Gant is testifying to help her husband case, who's currently locked up. And Ms. Gant is a witness for the same office that's prosecuting her husband in his drug case. So you see where she coming from? You see where she going with this? That Ms. Gant is testifying on the behalf of the state to put away Ksoo to get her husband a better deal in his case.
Good morning, Miss Gant.
Good morning.
Now, Gant is your married name, right?
Yes.
You are currently married to a man named Tyrone Gant, right?
Yes.
Maiden name is Bryant, right?
Yes.
And on the day Charles McCormick was murdered, what day was that?
January 20th or the 19th of 2020, I believe.
That's what you remember it to be. Okay, and you were dating someone by the name of Torgon Williams, right?
Yes.
Okay, you were living together.
Yes.
And this was in, like you said, January of 2020, right?
Yes.
You were turning 38 years old at that time, right?
Yes.
And Torgon Williams was 23 years old at that time.
Yes.
And you were in a sexual relationship with him, right?
Yes.
He lived in your house with your mom and your child.
Yes.
And at the time, your child was 19 years old.
Yes.
He's closer in age to Torgon than he was to you.
Yes.
Now, at the time that in 2020 you weren't working,
No.
did you file taxes in 2021?
No.
Have you ever had a job where you filed taxes before 2020?
Yes.
Okay, when did you file taxes before 2020?
I don't know. It's been a couple years.
Okay, but around that time you weren't working, but you were living in that house and supporting your mom and your son and Torgon, right?
No, my mom worked.
What did your mom do?
She is a cashier.
So your mom, as a cashier, was supporting you, your 19-year-old son, and Torgon Williams, right?
No.
Who was supporting them because Torgon Williams wasn't working, was he?
No, I also used to take care of my grandma, and I got paid for doing that.
Who paid you to take care of your grandma?
My dad.
Okay. And how much money did you pay taxes on that job?
No.
Okay. And like I said, Torgon Williams wasn't working, was he?
No.
Isn't it true that you were selling drugs at that time out of your house?
No.
In the grounds? Okay, let me see counsel at sidebar. All right,
Now, oh, sorry, Judge.
I'm just making sure court reporter's ready. Yes, you may proceed.
Okay. Now, the man you're married to now, right?
Yes.
You started dating him after you broke up with Torgon Williams, right?
Yes.
He was arrested in 2022, right?
Yes.
He was living with you at the time, right?
No.
He wasn't living with you in 2022?
Are you talking about which arrest are you talking about?
I'm going to talk about the arrest that he has for selling fentanyl and cocaine.
In December, we were separated.
Okay,
We're not together.
But you were living before with him?
Yes.
And then in the interim, when you weren't together, he was arrested for selling fentanyl and cocaine.
Yes.
Okay. And you're still married to him now, right?
Yes.
His case is still pending, right?
Yes.
It's being prosecuted by the state attorney's office.
Yes.
And that case isn't going to be resolved. Its next court date is after this trial, right?
I don't know. His lawyer handles all that. I don't go to the court dates.
As you sit here, you don't know when your husband's next court date is. He's incarcerated, right?
I don't know when his next court. His lawyer handles that, and then he reiterates to me.
Okay, and you don't go to his court dates?
No.
But he's in jail.
Yes.
And now you are testifying on behalf of the same office that is prosecuting your husband, right?
Yes.
Now, speaking of Hakeem, you just testified that you knew Hakeem as far back as, I think your testimony was what you said was 2019?
Yes.
That's what you said on the witness stand, right?
Yes.
Now, you weren't close to Hakeem, right? You just knew who he was.
Yes.
Everyone knew who Hakeem was, right?
Yes.
It's Ksoo,
Yes.
right? And at that time, he was a local celebrity in Duval County.
Yes.
He was an up-and-coming musician, right?
Yes.
Very close to someone by the name of Young and Ace, right?
Yes.
You know Young and Ace now is a very popular musician, right?
Yes.
Your testimony is that you knew there was a murder right by your house, right?
What do you mean? When did I know, though? I mean?
When did you know that there was a murder? You had to have known when you saw the news later that day.
Yes, later that day. Yes.
Within 24 hours, you knew that murder happened and it involved your boyfriend, Torgon Williams, right?
I didn't know for sure. I just seen the death of Charles McCormick on the news.
At the strip mall, right around from your house, right? The one where you claimed that you heard the gunshots from your house, right?
I never say I heard any gunshots.
Okay, because you were asleep all morning, right?
Yes.
And can't testify to anything that happened at your house before you woke up, right?
Correct.
But you picked up the shooter and you helped him get away, right?
I picked up Hakeem Robinson. That's who I picked up.
And they are claiming he is the shooter, right?
Yes.
You picked him up and helped him get away and evade capture, right?
I guess if that's what you want to say, I was just picking somebody up.
Okay. Because if you claim you didn't know anything, then you can't get charged for accessory after the fact, right?
I didn't know anything.
So you're telling this jury that after you, Torrigan or Kareem comes into your house and says, I need you to go and pick up Hakeem from the woods. You go and pick him up. You see later the day.
From the woods. That's not what was said.
Okay. So we're going to break it down, but this is what you want the jury to believe. You had no clue. You continued living with Torrigan Williams, right?
Yes.
You had no discussions with him about what went on that day?
No.
Even though you had just seen on the news all this information about the case and know that they asked you to go and pick up somebody from that apartment complex.
Correct.
And you just didn't talk about it.
No.
Okay. So that you can come here and claim I didn't know, right?
No. I didn't talk about it. You're asking me. I didn't talk about it.
But regardless, you didn't go at all on your own free will to the state attorneys at any time to let them know that you had information about this case, right?
No.
So you've never been arrested for this case, right? Your involvement.
No.
You won't be prosecuted, right?
No.
Did you appear here under a state subpoena?
Yes.
So anything you say today, they can't use against you in the future for any future criminal prosecution.
I guess. I don't know how that works.
Okay. Everyone has public access to anything that's filed in a criminal case that's pending, right? It's open to the public.
Okay, yeah.
That you can go online and pull up anything you need to know about a case, right?
Correct.
Including this case, right?
Yeah.
If you want to see interviews of witnesses, it's all over the internet, right?
Yeah.
You could look it up. If you wanted to see the interview of Dominique Barney, you could find that, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to see the interview of his girlfriend, Janera Smith, that's on the internet for anyone to see, right?
I guess.
And it's not until April of 2022, over 2 years after the murder, after all of this has been on the news, that you claim that you know something about the case, right?
Yes.
You didn't go into their office of your own free will, right?
No.
You all of a sudden received a subpoena from the state attorney's office to go into their office, right?
Yes.
Torrigan wakes you up, you go
Right.
outside. What does Torrigan say to you?
Torrigan says, well, Kareem is like, I don't remember which one. One of them were like, we need you to go pick up Hakeem.
You don't remember which one though, right?
Yeah, it's a blur of that. No.
Okay, so they say to you, we need you to go pick up Hakeem. You don't say why?
No.
You just
I was
follow
still
orders?
half asleep too. You gotta think, I just got woken up. So I'm already aggravated. So,
But if you're aggravated, wouldn't you say, why should I have to go pick him up? That's your friend. You go pick him up.
well, I didn't say that.
You're just following the orders of your 21-year-old boyfriend.
I guess.
Okay. So you don't know anything, you just say, okay, sure, I'll go. Right?
Yeah.
And you say a phone is handed to you. What kind of phone was it?
I believe it was an iPhone.
Not sure?
Not pretty sure, but I think it was an iPhone, I believe.
Okay. And he hands it to you, and what's on the phone?
I don't know what's on the phone.
Can't tell me what the screensaver is?
No.
Okay. Did it lock?
I think he might have took the lock. I'm not sure about that. Now that I don't remember.
Okay, but it's not your phone. You don't know the password to that phone, right?
No.
But you're now traveling with the phone in the car by yourself. You don't ask either one of them to follow you, right? Or to come with you.
No.
Okay. Now you just say, happen to know, okay, they tell you, go and pick him up somewhere by Arlington Road, right?
Yeah, some apartments. on
Okay.
Arlington Road.
How long is ArlingtonAd? How many apartment complexes are on there?
It's a couple. I believe they did say the name of the apartments. I can't remember that though. Or I don't remember if there was like, you know how people can put like a pin on there, like a GPS? I can't remember that.
Okay, but you see what you're doing now, Miss Gant, as we sit here today. is you're saying things like, I believe and I think. You're guessing, right?
I'm not guessing. I just don't remember.
But that's the answer.
Oh, we just need one person speaking at a time. So Ms. Gant, if you'll allow the attorney to conclude her question, and then Ms. Kwas, if you'll allow Ms. Gant to conclude her answer. Thank you.
So when you say you believe, you don't know, right? You're guessing.
I don't know.
Okay, your answer is you don't remember, is what your answer is.
I don't remember if there was a pin address on there or... No, I don't.
You don't remember if they told you where to go. You don't remember if a pin was sent on the phone, which should be reflected on some record somewhere, right? But you somehow knew exactly where to go, right?
Yes.
You get in your vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
You drive over there, right? Did you stop anywhere else, or you went directly to the location that you needed to go?
Directly.
Correct. Now, did the phone have a case on it?
I can't remember that. I don't remember.
Okay. And is your testimony that you were using the phone while you were in the car?
I wasn't talking on the phone or anything.
Okay, but where was it in the car?
It was in my hand.
Okay. And were you making any calls from this phone?
No.
Was any text being received from this phone?
No.
Okay. And you just pick him up, and your claim is that Hakeem Robinson comes and gets in your car, right?
Correct.
Let me switch over to now, because you are able to testify to what Hakeem Robinson looked like back then, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And you described him. You described him as not skinny, right?
No, he had like a little weight. He wasn't like slim, you know what I mean? He had a little...
weight on it. He was a big guy, right? Back then, in 2020.
I wouldn't say he was fat or anything, but he wasn't like skinny, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain.
He's not skinny.
Yeah.
He wasn't slim.
Yeah,
He wasn't slender. Right?
he's not skinny, bony, but he was still like slim, you know what I mean?
So your testimony today is now that he's like skinny?
It's
He
not,
was back then?
no, he's not like, you know, some people are real skinny, right? You got bony,
Mm-hmm.
and you got people that are like slim, but that's not like skinny. You know what I mean? Like bony is skinny.
Okay, but he had weight on him. That's
Yeah.
the words you just used. You went like this, like to say he had a belly on him, right?
No, I don't know if he had no, I don't believe he had a belly on him.
Okay, and you described him as 6'2", 6'3", right?
I don't know if I don't believe I gave his height. I don't know his height.
He's big, right?
He's taller than me.
How tall are you?
4'11".
He's bigger than Torgon, right?
Yeah, Torgan.
How tall is Torgon?
I don't know.
Besides Dominique Bourne's testimony that I'll play next, some believe this 3D generated technology the detectives use to compare Ksoo body with the shooter body is the nail in the coffin for Ksoo, aka Hakeem Robinson. After you watch this, get in the comments and let me know what you think.
I'm showing you the current slide that's on the screen. Do you recognize that, sir?
Yes, I do.
And can you briefly explain to the jury what we are looking at?
On the left hand of the screen, the K1 and Q1 individuals were from the video of the event of interest, the shooting. On the right-hand side, we have K2, K3, and K4, which were the known individuals that were analyzed, and the scans of them were processed during this examination.
And at the beginning of this process, when you received the dash cam video, what was the first thing you did upon getting that actual video?
Yeah, one of the first things we do in our shop is when we receive evidence, we make a forensic working copy of that evidence. That is an exact copy of the original evidence, and we conduct all our work on the working copies of the evidence.
Now, as part of your analysis in this case, did you send two colleagues, Mark Johnson and Kip Stavru, down to Jacksonville to conduct some of the data collection that you needed for your analysis?
Yes, I did.
And did that examination in Jacksonville take place on November 10th of 2021?
Yes, it did.
And specifically, what type of data were you seeking to have collected?
We were seeking to have a 3D terrestrial laser scan of the crime scene, forensic photographs of the crime scene, and we also took drone footage of the crime scene, as well as we scanned 3 individuals in a correctional facility.
Can you explain what we're looking at in this photograph?
This is the crime scene that my team scanned, and we applied a grid to this scene as well for our references.
In this slide?
In this slide, on the left-hand side, you can see these orange dots. Those are the positions that the laser scanner was positioned to actually scan the scene. And on the right is a photograph of the scene.
And this slide?
This is a summary of all the scan positions of the scene from the 3D terrestrial laser scanner.
And why was this data important to collect?
This data was important to collect because we needed an accurate dimensional analysis of the scene, and that way we could stitch the 2D video to the 3D data that we collected of the scene.
Can you explain what we were looking at in this slide, sir?
This is the setup that we used to scan the 3 individuals at the correctional facility.
And this slide?
As a positive control in this process, the team set up several identifiers on the wall, including those little square boxes with the weird-looking circles and dots in them. Those are targets for the laser scanners. And then we also included a calibrated line on the wall for various heights, and this was confirmed with a calibrated laser measuring device.
And that line that device appears to be connected to, what line is that, the measurement?
The bottom of that black line is 6 foot.
And what are we looking at this slide?
We then had each of the individuals assume several poses, and they were photographed. And this is the photographs of those poses.
And so this is for K2?
This is for K2, yes, sir.
And for K3, who is Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And finally, K4, Dominique Barner?
That's correct.
Now, the equipment that was used to collect 3D laser scans of these individuals, is it extremely accurate?
It's very accurate.
And is it capable of collecting an accurate height measurement for those individuals?
Yes, it is possible.
And though that wasn't required for your analysis, did Mark Johnson, while he was conducting these scans, get a laser scanned report of the barefoot height for those known individuals?
Yes, it's my understanding he did.
And are the laser height measurements for those individuals consistent with your overall analysis in this case?
Yes, they are.
And this slide, does that represent the laser measured height for the 3 known individuals?
Yes, those are the laser scans of the 3 individuals.
And on the left, that is K2 Hakeem Robinson?
That is correct.
And what is the height marked in that slide?
Based on this slide, it's approximately 6.03 feet.
All right, and to the right is that K3 and 4, both Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner?
That is correct.
All right, and what are their reported heights on the slide?
Mr. Whitaker is 5.62 feet, and Mr. Barner is 5.59 feet.
Now, because that's in a decimal form, is that a little bit different than, say, for example, for Mr. Whitaker? It says 5.6233 feet. Is that 5 feet 6 inches, or what does that equate to?
It's about, for K2, it's approximately 6 foot with a little bit extra. It's a fraction of a foot.
After collecting that data, did you also do what is called a camera match overlay as part of your analysis?
Yes, I did.
What is a camera match overlay?
Very simply, a camera match overlay is the process of taking the 2-dimensional video that was recorded at the scene and then taking the 3D data that we collected with the laser scanners and stitching those together. And we use some complicated geometry and mathematics to do that.
And why is that needed?
That's needed so we can add, once we do that, we're able to either generate models of scenes or objects that we see in the video, or we can introduce scaled models into the 3D data so we can better visualize and analyze the 2D video data.
Can you explain briefly what is contained in this slide?
Yes, one of the first processes in a camera match overlay is these surveillance systems generally have wide angle lenses. What what that means is the light that comes in on the edge of the lens gets bent. If you look at the roof line on the original on the left, you can see that the roof kind of has a little bend to it. That's called barrel distortion. So one of the first things we have to do is correct the lens aberrations. So when we apply the mathematics to the original image, we get the image on the right where straight lines of the roof are straight, the parallel lines of the poles are straight, and they're not bent because of the lens.
And the next slide.
Once the lens is corrected, on the left-hand side of the screen, we have the 3D scan data of the scene, and on the right side, we have the corrected image of the video.
And then this slide.
Once the process is completed, the computer algorithm then places the 2D over the 3D based on the mathematics and geometry and produces a composite image with both of those overlaid.
And the next slide, which I believe is 18.
Correct. The little green crosshairs in this image, what I'm doing here is I'm taking fixed points in the video that I can see, like the example, a corner of the door, corner of one of the moldings. These are then picked in the video, and they're also selected within the 3D data. These are the points that the computer uses to apply the mathematics to stitch those two together and overlay them.
And then slide 19.
And this is the result of the 2D being overlaid on the 3D in a mathematical fashion.
And are these scanners accurate?
The laser scanner is very accurate at this distance.
And so slide 20, what does that reflect?
This is our positive control. We put a grid down on the pavement of a known quantity, and this was calibrated. This was confirmed by a calibrated laser measuring device. We can then use the scan because we know the distance of these squares is exactly 1 meter. We then can use this to determine the error rate of our analysis.
And slide 21, does that reflect that error rate?
That represents the error of the scanner, which is 0.001 meters.
And then slide 22.
This is the final step in the process where we look at the calibration accuracy. How well did the computer match up to the known distances within the camera match overlay?
Now, did this process allow you to do what you referenced earlier, stitching that 2D video together along with that 3D kind of point cloud?
Yes, it did.
And were you able to visually depict both the shooter and Mr. McCormick, the victim in the video, together side by side in similar?
Yes, I was.
I'm going to show you. I'll get to that second. This slide 23, which apparently I skipped.
Yes, this is. There are three factors that account for the accuracy and precision of this entire process. One is the accuracy of the scanner, which is very precise. The other is the accuracy of those green points I picked. And the last one is the accuracy of a known measurement, that square box on the ground. Add those all together, and the overall error rate of this process was 1.3426 inches.
And then slide 24.
These are examples. When we have the computer do this analysis, it produces a frame. It produces this overlay for every single frame of video that we provided to the system.
Now, getting back to the question I asked a moment ago regarding placing the two individuals, the shooter and the victim, side by side in a visual comparison, you were able to do that?
Yes, I was.
And showing you what is slide 26, can you explain what we are looking at?
Yes, because of I'm going to call it a corridor of this walkway, both the individuals had to traverse the similar path. And because of the step up, the way their feet hit the ground on the step, they funneled through this area. And there were several frames where when we superimposed one individual over, because the scene didn't change, we then could see that they followed a very similar path.
Now, slide 27. The K1 height of 5 foot 10 inches. You did not conduct that analysis yourself, did you?
No, I did not.
And is that what was reported through the medical examiner's report?
That was a report I received from the medical examiner, yes.
Now, regardless of that, looking at these two individuals together, were you able to form any opinion as to how comparatively their heights, the shooter to the victim in this case, how they compare?
Yes, I was.
And what was that opinion?
It was my opinion, based on this side-by-side, is that the K1 shooter was at least as tall as the K1 individual.
And Q1 was the shooter?
Q1 is the shooter, yes.
Now, as part of your analysis in this case, was a 3D kinematic model also created of the shooter that is captured on that dash cam video?
Yes, it was.
And who created that model?
Mr. Mark Johnson created that model.
Did you participate and collaborate with Mr. Johnson during the during the creation of that 3D kinematic model?
The creation of that model was at my direction, command, and control.
And did you review that work?
Yes, I did.
And going to the next slide, which is slide 29, can you explain what this slide depicts in the creation of that 3D kinematic model?
After the camera match overlay, the computer produces a frame for each, produces an image for each frame of video. The kinematic model is then articulated. The joints are moved to overlay the model over each frame of video. And this is, in this case, it was conducted over 28 individual frames as the individual moved away from the camera in perspective.
And I'm going to go to the next series of slides. Starting with number 30, what is this?
This is a result of the kinematic model analysis.
And then starting with slide 32, is this the first frame of the 28 total frames that were used?
It is.
And can you also explain to the jury kind of how scaling works and why the 28 frames were important in this case?
Yes. As an object moves away from the camera, it's going to get smaller. As it comes closer to the camera, it's going to get larger. So the model, the kinematic model, is generated not just on one image. We use multiple images as that object, in this case a person, is moving away from the camera. That allows us to make sure that the scale is consistent in the 3D environment throughout the placement of the model.
And I'm going to go quickly through the next series of slides. If you need me to stop, just let me know. 33, 34, 35, and let's go quicker. Are these essentially just the 28 still?
Yeah, this is the way we confirm that the model matches the object that we're trying to model in the 3D point cloud.
Once that kinematic model was created, were you able to compare that model to the 3D laser scan of the three known individuals in this case, K2, Hakeem Robinson, K3, Leroy Whitaker, and K4, Dominic Varner?
That was correct.
And can you explain to the juries what we're looking at in slide 62?
Yes. Pardon me. The top of the chart, those are the photographs of K2. And at the bottom of the chart, those are the laser scans of K2.
Then slide 62.
And what I've done here is the bottom, again, the top is the photo of the individual. On the bottom, I have overlaid the kinematic model over the scan of the K2 individual in several articulated positions. Simply, we had them hold several poses so we could clearly see the joints of that individual and then overlay the kinematic model into those same poses and positions at the joint locations.
And 63.
Same process was applied to K3 and K4. The top is the photograph, the bottom is the laser scan, and then we overlay the kinematic model onto the laser scan in the various poses.
And then we're on slide 65. Is that K4, Dominic Varner?
Same process for K4, photo, laser scan, and then overlay of the kinematic model.
All right. What are we looking at in slide 67?
These are the scans of the three individuals, side by side, on scale.
Slide 68.
This is taking the scan of K2 and placing that individual at scale into the 3D point cloud data.
Slide 69.
This is the same with K3 placed into the scene at scale.
And then slide 70.
Same for K4.
Slide 71, is that just a composite showing K2, 3, and 4 to scale?
This is a summary showing all the individuals.
And slide 72.
Slide 72 is a single frame of video where the questioned individual is seen stepping up onto the platform.
Slide 73.
This is the relationship of Q1 in the video to K2, the scan of K2.
And K2 would be Hakeem Robinson.
That is correct.
Slide 74.
Same, on the left is the Q1, the shooter, and on the right is K3.
And then slide 75.
Same for K4.
Slide 76.
Here we have the scan of K2 side by side on scale with the Q1 shooter.
Slide 77.
Same, this is the Q1 shooter at scale alongside K3.
Slide 78.
Same with K4.
And then slide 79 is just a summary of those three previous.
Summary of the three side by side.
What are we looking at in slide 80?
This is kind of a composite summary of how we got here, showing the three-dimensional scan with the models of K2, 3, and 4, and on the bottom is the relationship to the 2D video of the Q1 shooter.
Slide 81.
We then introduced the kinematic model. We stood the kinematic model up in erect position, and then at scale positioned it into the camera match overlay data.
Slide 82.
In this slide, it is at scale, the Q1, the shooter, the kinematic model of Q1, and the scan of K2.
And K2 again is Hakeem Robinson.
Mr. Hakeem Robinson, yes.
Slide 83.
We have the video of Q1, the shooter, the kinematic model stood up of the Q1 shooter, and the model of K3.
And that's Leroy Whitaker, K3.
Correct.
All right, and then K4, Dominic Barner.
Same as the other two.
And slide 85.
Again, at the top, we have the model, we have the video of Q1, and we have the model of Q1, and then we have a composite summary of all the previous analysis on one slide.
Were you able to, based on this data and analysis, come to any conclusions regarding whether any of the known individuals could be excluded from being the shooter captured on video?
Yes, I did.
And using slide 86, can you tell the jury what your conclusions were?
Yes, it's my professional opinion based on my training and experience and the results of the body morphology analysis that K3, Leroy Whitaker, and K4 could be eliminated as a possible candidate for the identity of Q1, the shooter.
So just to be very clear, K3, Leroy Whitaker, and K4, Dominic Barner
are excluded as possible candidates for the identity of the shooter Q1.
What about K2, Hakeem Robinson? Could he be excluded?
K2 cannot be excluded as a possible candidate as the shooter Q1.
Now, in addition to this analysis, were you also asked to do a comparative analysis between firearms?
Yes, I was.
And was that specifically the firearm that was captured on the dash cam video by the shooter, as well as a firearm in a music video?
That's correct.
And did you get a copy of the music video, in this case from the state?
Say that again, sir.
Sorry, were you provided with a copy of the music videos?
Yes, I was.
In addition to the dash cam video?
That's correct.
Now, after visually reviewing the music video, did you do some research in an attempt to identify a potential match for the make and model of the firearm?
Yes, I did.
And were you able to identify a potential match?
Yes, I was able to identify a potential match for that weapon.
All right, and what did you identify?
That was an X-Star, spelled EXTAR, EXP 556 MK1 with a stainless steel barrel.
Going to slide 88. What is that?
That is item 4, which was a music video that was sent to me as evidence.
And slide 89.
This is our item 5, which again was a music video that was sent to my office as evidence.
And are these the music videos that you were referring to in terms of doing a comparative analysis with that firearm?
Yes, they are.
Slide 90.
These are photographs. I was able to acquire a known MK1 weapon from a manufacturer, and these are the forensic photographs of that weapon.
And that was the weapon you identified as a potential match.
This is a weapon identified as a potential match at this point.
All right. Slide 91. What are we looking at?
This is a summary of all the question and items. On the left, we have the Q1 shooter holding a weapon. The Q2 is, the question 2 is the weapon carried by that individual. So Q1 is the individual, Q2 is the item, the weapon in the hands of that individual. Q3 is the weapon that was observed in the item 4 video, and Q4 is the weapon that was identified is in the, the Q4 was a weapon identified also in item 5 video.
And again, those were carried by K2, which is Hakeem Robinson, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Slide 93. Can you explain what we're looking at?
One of the first steps I do in the comparative analysis is first, we always work on the question images or objects first. So in this case, I'm taking the weapon in the hands of this individual and I'm clarifying it. I am applying specific filters and techniques to better resolve this weapon in the hand so I can better understand its construction, and also to assess if there are any anomalies within the video that would impair me from doing a comparative analysis.
And were there in this case?
No, there were not.
Slide 94.
Again, these are several additional frames where the weapon that Q1 was carrying was isolated and clarified to better resolve it.
And the same for slide 95?
That's correct.
And so you did that for a series of images?
On all the frames where it was appropriate and I was able to get reliable data from the clarification, I used all those frames in the analysis, yes.
Slide 97.
Again, this is from the item 4 video. This is the weapon depicted in that video.
Slide 98.
Again, from item 4 video, on the right, on the left we have the original, and on the right we have the clarified version.
Slide 99.
From item 4 again, left is the original, right is the clarified.
And 100.
Same as before. Same as before. And same as before.
And slide 104.
On the left, we have the original frame of the frame of video from item 5, and on the right, we have the clarified version.
Slide 106.
These are the clarified images that were taken in my laboratory of the known X-Star MK1 weapon.
And then can you explain the process you went through, starting with slide 108, to do that comparative analysis?
Okay. Once I've clarified and identified the object, in this case a weapon, that was in the original video and it's been clarified, I then went and did some search to try to identify a known weapon, and then this known weapon that I acquired was photographed. The red arrows, the image on the left is from the Q3 video. The image on the right is the known weapon. The red arrows indicate areas of consistency or similarity between the two objects. And as you can see, there's quite a few in these two images between the known and the question image.
Slide 109.
Again, this is the same process of taking the image from the video and comparing it to the real world object.
110.
Same as before. On the left is the video images of the weapon, and on the right is the known weapon.
And those are all points of comparison.
Those are all points of comparisons or similarities.
111.
Same as before.
And then 112.
Same as before.
And 113.
And this is the front of the weapon, and the barrel shroud is same as before.
And slide 115.
This process is then repeated with the Q4 video. The weapon in that video was isolated and compared to the known item.
All right, so what are we looking at in slide 117?
This is where the Q2, the weapon in the video of the event of interest, the shooting, was compared to the known weapon.
118.
These are additional frames of video where the weapon was isolated and clarified and were compared to the known weapon. Again, the arrows represent the points of comparison or similarity between the two objects.
119.
Same with two different frames of video.
So from all of these different frames, you're looking at the front, the sides of the weapon, the back.
Yes.
And then starting with 121.
These are a series of frames where I applied a different filter to better resolve the areas of contrast. Contrast is the difference between light and dark in a video or an image. Because of the lighting conditions in here at the scene when it was captured by the video, I needed to do a different set of analysis to evaluate the barrel of the weapon.
And based on that work, can you explain 122?
Yes. Q2 again is the weapon from the video of the event of interest, which was the shooting. And then Q3 and Q4 are the weapons that were depicted in the music videos. And I'm comparing the barrel, particularly the barrel in the Q3 and Q4 videos. There was a shine to it that's typically consistent with a chromed barrel. And then that was compared to the Q2. Which again, we saw a bright area of contrast by the end of the weapon that was consistent with the Q3 and Q4 shiny areas on the barrel.
And 123.
Again, three additional frames on the left. Same process was done to compare against the two music videos.
After doing that examination for basically all sides of the firearm, were you able to reach any opinions in this case regarding that comparative analysis between the firearm in the dash cam video held by the shooter and the firearms depicted in these music videos?
Yes, I was.
And can you explain that opinion, slide 125?
Yeah, 125, this is kind of the round robin summary. The known weapon, K6, is in the middle, and then it's compared to Q3, which is one of the music videos on the left. It was compared to Q4, which is the weapon depicted in one of the videos on the right. And then Q2 on the bottom was the weapon that was identified in the video of the actual shooting. It is my professional opinion based on my training experience in the results of the comparative analysis that the question weapon in the video of the event of interest, the shooting, and the question weapon in both of the music videos as compared to the known weapon produced a identification with a strong source of a strong strength of a common source that the question weapon in all three videos was an XTAR EXP 556 MK1 with a stainless steel barrel or a chrome barrel.
Now, if y'all thought that was something, Dominique, aka Butter, which was the driver who allegedly took Ksoo and Scotty to kill Charles McCormick, he testified. And y'all already know, for some reason, everybody named Butter, they seem to be snitching. And he told it all. Now remember, the lady whose house they broke into after they did the shooting, she identified Dominique, aka Butter, by his tattoos. Butter decided, hey, he got to snitch because he don't want to do life in jail. He want to cooperate so he can get at least 20 years where he could get back out on these streets. Butter snitched on his girlfriend. Butter snitched on Ksoo. Butter snitched on Scotty. Butter snitched on his other friend. Butter was on other cases. Listen, Butter snitched on the whole Jacksonville. It's funny, but it ain't, because his testimony might be the testimony to put Ksoo and Scotty in jail for the rest of their life. But I'm gonna let y'all check it out. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Let me know y'all want me to continue to doing these updates.
After Chris Brown left your apartment that morning, did you contact anybody?
Yes, sir.
Who?
I contacted Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
And do you recall how you contacted him?
Through phone.
Do you remember around what time you called him?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
4 o'clock in the morning.
What was your phone number back in January 15 of 2020?
702-918-4911.
Was your account for that phone number in your name?
Yes, sir.
Was it in your actual name, Dominique Barner?
No, sir. No, sir.
Whose name was it in?
It was a fake name.
Do you recall what the name was?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
Joshua Bennett.
Do you recall Abdul Robinson Jr.'s cell phone number that you used to communicate with him back on January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
904-624-3684.
Do you remember what kind of cell phone Abdul Robinson Jr. had back then?
He had an iPhone.
After you called Abdul Robinson Jr. that morning, what did you tell him?
Well, I told him that McCormick was home.
And then what happened after you spoke to Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Well, he told me that they was on the way to come get me.
Did someone show up to your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Who showed up?
Torgan, Kareem, Scotty, and Ksoo.
So, Ksoo, Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
Scotty, Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
Torgon, and Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
What kind of vehicle were they in?
Dodge Journey.
Do you know anything about that vehicle? Whose it was?
It was Ksoo's car, rental car.
Had you seen that Dodge Journey before?
Yes, sir.
Did you get into the car with them?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember where you went from your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Where was that?
We went back to McCormick's complex.
What happened when you got to Charles McCormick's complex that morning?
Well, we rolled back through where he stayed at.
And what were you looking for?
His car.
Was his car still there?
Yes, sir.
Once you observed the vehicle, did y'all continue to drive through or did you stop?
We stopped.
All right. And what happened after you stopped?
We backed in next to his car, and Kareem wanted to see like the tag for himself, so he got out and looked at the tag, got back in.
And what did he say?
He was like, "That is it."
After Kareem confirmed that was the correct car, what did all of you do?
We left.
Where'd you go?
We went to Eastport Apartments off of Main Street.
And what was the purpose of going there?
Get a stolen car.
Did you get a stolen car from there?
Sir.
What kind of car?
A Nissan Altima.
You remember the color?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It was gray.
And what was the purpose of getting a stolen car?
No trail.
Say that again?
No trail.
No trail?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
So it won't come back to none of us.
Who got into the Nissan Altima?
Me, Ksoo, and Scotty.
Who was driving the vehicle?
Me.
How'd you get the keys?
They was handed to me
By who?
by Ksoo.
Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson do anything or say anything to you when he handed you the keys?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He smirked. He smirked at me
What did you take that to mean?
that I was driving.
All right, I'll sustain that objection.
After you got the keys, did you get into the driver's seat?
Yes, sir.
Where did Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker get?
In the back seat.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem get into the Nissan?
No, sir.
What about Torgon?
No, sir.
Where were they?
Still in the Dodge Journey.
Did you drive Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker back to Charles McCormick's apartment?
Yes, sir.
And what was the intent for the three of you when you were going to that apartment complex?
Kill McCormick.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon follow
Yes, sir.
on the Nissan?
Yes, sir.
What was their role or assistance in following you?
Make sure the police don't get behind us.
Okay. Because if the police got behind a stolen car, what would happen?
Get pulled over.
Do you remember what kind of clothing you were wearing that morning?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
I don't. Black jacket, black pants, red shoes.
Do you recall what Hakeem Robinson was wearing?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Nike jumpsuit.
You remember anything about the colors?
Yes, sir.
What?
It was black and gray.
Top or bottom? You remember, are you talking about tops, bottoms? You said tracksuit, so.
Top and the bottom.
Do you remember what Leroy Whitaker was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Best you can remember, what was it?
It's like the same kind of jumpsuit.
Was it exactly the same?
No.
And, okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness one more time?
Yes?
Joe, you must have marked for identification as State's Exhibit 8G. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
All right, what do you recognize this to be?
Video of me jumping the gate.
Anyone else with you?
Yes, sir.
What day was that?
Same day, January 15th, 2020.
Does this video fairly and accurately represent what you were doing on that day when you said jumping the gate?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will move into evidence. 8G is the appropriate evidence.
Okay, any objection from Defendant Whitaker? Any objection from Defendant Robinson? All right, State's Exhibit 8G will be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit number 189.
And we'll come back to that video in a moment. When you were in the Nissan, driving to Charles McCormick's apartment, were you armed?
Yes, sir.
What kind of firearm did you have?
A Glock 23.
A handgun?
Yes, sir.
And what about Leroy Whitaker?
He had a rifle.
Okay. What kind of rifle?
M&P 15.
And had you seen him with that rifle before?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
He had an assault rifle pistol.
Sorry. Did Hakeem Robinson have a firearm?
Yes, sir.
And what type?
Assault rifle pistol.
Do you remember anything about the make or model of that assault rifle pistol?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It's an AR X-Star.
Say that last part again.
The AR X-Star.
AR X-Star?
Yeah.
Had you seen Hakeem Robinson with that firearm before?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Really always had it.
Okay. Are you familiar with a music video?
Yes, sir.
All right. Titled Bang It Out?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that video?
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson have anything in that video?
Yes, sir.
What did he have?
The same rifle.
Do you know if on January 15, 2020, Abdul Robinson Jr. had a firearm?
No, sir.
He didn't have one, or you don't know?
I don't know.
What about Torgon Williams?
I don't know.
Do you recall around what time you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker all got back to Charles McCormick's apartment on January 15th?
I know it was like the sun was just not coming up.
So still morning.
It was still morning time.
When you got back to the apartment complex, was Charles McCormick's car still parked there?
Yes, sir.
Where did you park the Nissan?
Across from his building.
And why were you doing that?
Well, so when he came out, he couldn't see the car.
The car you were in with Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker?
Yeah.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon park near you?
No, sir.
Do you know where they went?
No, sir.
Could you see where they went?
No, sir.
Now, after you parked, where in the Nissan were Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker sitting?
Still in the back seat.
Both with their rifles?
Yes, sir.
And was there a plan at that point in time for what was going to happen next?
Yes, sir.
And And what was that plan?
Well, they were going to ambush him as soon as he got in the vehicle.
All right. So ambush who?
Charles McCormick.
And when you say ambush, what does that mean?
Like, well, we call it run down.
What does run down mean?
It's ambush.
Okay. If Charles McCormick walked out of his apartment while y'all were sitting right there,
No, sir.
when he walked out, if the plan was to run him down, what would that have involved? What would have happened?
I'll allow him to answer if he knows, otherwise it would be sustained.
Do you know what the plan was for when Charles McCormick walked out?
Yeah.
All right. What was supposed to happen?
Well, when he got into the vehicle, they was going to jump out the car, and as soon as he got in his car, they was going to run him down and shoot him.
Who was?
Scotty and Ksoo.
So both Leroy Whitaker and Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And they both were going to shoot him.
Yeah.
What was your role?
Just to come get him after it was done.
And get him out of there?
Yeah.
Did you all have to wait a long time for Charles McCormick to come out of his apartment that morning?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember about how long y'all were waiting?
No.
Was it hours?
It was hours.
While waiting for Charles McCormick to come out of his apartment, did you see Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon again while y'all were waiting?
Yes, sir.
All right. How did that happen?
They pulled up on the side of us to let us know that he had just made an Instagram post.
That Charles had just
We
made?
looking at, yeah.
And then to be on the lookout, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Did they then drive back off?
Yeah.
While you were waiting for Charles McCormick to come out, did anything happen that messed up this initial plan of the rundown?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Christopher Brown pulled up.
And what did Christopher Brown pull up in?
His baby mother's car.
Did that upset everybody?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Because he was messing everything up.
Were you concerned about the vehicle he was in?
Yeah.
All right. And why?
It's a trail. You get back to us.
It could get you caught?
Yeah.
So, what did you tell Christopher Brown?
Told him to pull off.
Did he?
Yeah, he pulled off.
Did you stay where you were at?
No.
What did you do?
I tried to go physically tell him, like, get from around.
Okay. And what happened when y'all were doing that?
McCormick came out.
So, did you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker miss McCormick when he initially came out?
Yes, sir.
And so, what happened next?
Well, I kind of like U-turned behind him just to get a good view of him.
Did Charles McCormick make it to his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did he try to leave the apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
And when you saw that, did you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker, stay at the apartment complex, or did you follow him?
We followed him.
Do you think Charles McCormick saw you?
No, sir.
When you left that apartment complex, do you know where Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon Williams went?
No, sir.
Did Chris Brown follow you?
No, sir.
Did anybody let Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon know that y'all were leaving the apartment complex?
No, sir.
After leaving the apartment complex, did something happen? Shortly after leaving, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right, and what was that?
Well, the police had got behind McCormick.
Okay. And did that concern you?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because I kind of felt like they was going to pull me over.
And y'all had a bunch of guns in the car?
Yes, sir.
After the officer pulled behind Charles McCormick, did he stay behind him for very long?
No.
Okay, where did he go?
Kind of like bust off from behind him.
Did you continue to follow Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
Eventually, where did Charles McCormick make it?
To a temp agency
And where was that?
on Mare Road.
Was it like a shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
And that's in Duval County, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Did you pull into that same shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
Do you know or remember where in that plaza you parked?
On the side of the building.
Was it close to Express Employment or a little distance away?
It was close.
Did you stay there the entire time?
No, sir.
When you initially got into the plaza, what was the plan?
Still going to be the same thing.
And what does that mean?
An ambush, run. It was going to still do the same thing it was going to do in the apartment complex.
All right. So when Charles McCormick came out, Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker both were going to ambush him?
Yes, sir.
And then what was your role going to be?
Same thing, just to pick him up when it was done.
Now, when you got to that complex, the shopping plaza, were you concerned about anything?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Police.
Why?
They always at Publix.
There are Publix in the shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
While y'all were waiting for Charles McCormick to come out, do you know if Hakeem Robinson made contact with anybody?
Yes, sir.
Who?
He made contact with Kareem.
And what was the purpose of that?
Asked him to do a surveillance check.
And could you hear that conversation?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what kind of call that was? If it was a cell call, FaceTime, Instagram, any of those things?
No.
Did Kareem, Abdul Robinson Jr., agree to come up there and do a surveillance check?
No.
After that conversation, did Hakeem Robinson contact anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Raekwon Howard.
Okay, I'm going to have to see the counsel and court reporter at sidebar. All right, you may proceed.
Ms. Court, thank you. What did Hakeem Robinson tell Raekwon Howard that you heard?
He was telling them that when his homeboys were sleeping, he was finna get killed.
Did he give a name?
No.
Before Charles McCormick came out of the temp agency, did you stay where you were at, or did you relocate that Nissan Altima?
I relocated.
Where?
In front of the temp agency.
Where was that in relation to where Charles McCormick had parked his vehicle?
It was like right behind his vehicle.
And what was the purpose of doing that?
Get it closer.
And when you relocated the Nissan Altima, did the plan change or did it stay the same?
It changed up.
Did you change it?
Yeah, I changed it.
And what did you change the plan to be?
Well, I told Hakeem that it'd be better if he did it himself.
And why was that?
It was easier.
Why?
Because it ain't have to run like all that in the shopping plaza.
Was the Nissan parked close to Charles' vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And what side of Charles McCormick's vehicle was the Nissan's passenger side closest to?
His driver's side.
Did Hakeem go along with the plan?
Yes, sir.
Where was Leroy Whitaker seated in the Nissan when you relocated?
The back seat.
Where about Hakeem Robinson?
Front seat.
How did he get to the front seat?
Jumped through the middle console.
When y'all were at that location and were still waiting for Charles McCormick to come out, was there any discussion about what firearm was going to be used?
Well, Hakeem wanted to use my firearm.
Your handgun?
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea.
Did you let him use your handgun?
No.
You didn't want him to use it?
No.
If he'd used it, what would you have to do with it?
Get rid of it.
Did Hakeem Robinson ever touch your handgun?
Yeah.
How?
He picked it up. It was like, I'm finna use this. I said, no, you're not.
So what happened when Charles McCormick came out?
Well, Hakeem jumped out.
Jumped out of what?
Jumped out of the car.
Was that the plan?
No, sir.
Alright. How was that different from what the plan was?
Well, I came up with a plan of getting closer to his car so when he get in the car, he could jump out of the passenger seat and shoot him as soon as he got in his vehicle. I could pull off Faster.
And did he wait for Charles McCormick to get closer to his vehicle or get into the vehicle?
No.
What happened after Hakeem jumped out of the Nissan?
Shot at him.
Shot at who?
McCormick.
Did McCormick stay there?
No.
What'd he do?
He ran.
What did Hakeem Robinson do?
Chased him.
And then did what?
Killed him.
Did you see that?
No.
Where'd they go?
On the side of the building.
But did you see Hakeem chasing him with the rifle?
Yeah.
Did you hear shots?
Yes, sir.
And after those shots, what did you do?
I went and picked him up.
Picked who up?
Picked Hakeem up.
Where did Hakeem go when you pulled up to pick him up?
Say that again?
When you went to pick Hakeem up, where in the vehicle did he go?
Oh, he got back into the passenger seat.
Then what happened?
I pulled off.
Where'd you go?
Went to towards the front entrance of the shopping plaza.
Did anything happen on your way out of the shopping plaza?
Yeah.
What was that?
The police got behind us.
What did you think when the police got behind you?
What did I think?
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Okay. Did you start speeding?
Yes, sir.
Did you drive kind of recklessly?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where you were going?
No, sir.
Do you know which streets you made it to?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Townsend.
What kind of area is Townsend?
It's a residential neighborhood.
Did the officers continue to follow you?
Yes, sir.
At some point, did your car crash?
Yes, sir.
Where?
On Townsend Boulevard.
What was that next to? Where you crashed? Was there anything around it?
Houses.
What's that?
Houses.
Houses. Okay. And what did you crash into?
Small tree.
Small tree?
Yeah.
That disabled the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What happened after you crashed?
We all jumped out the car.
Do you recall who got out first?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Hakeem.
And then who?
Scotty.
When Hakeem got out, what did he do?
He ran a different way from us.
All right. What direction was that?
Well, we ran in front of the car. He ran to the right of us.
So across the street in the opposite direction. Did Hakeem take anything with him?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Murder weapon.
Where did you go?
I ran behind Scotty.
Did you take your Glock with you?
No, sir.
Did Scotty, Leroy Whitaker, take his rifle with him?
No, sir.
Where were they?
Still in the car.
Were you able to catch up to Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And what did the two of you do?
Jumped a lot of fences.
In addition to the Glock and the rifle that you said Scotty Leroy Whitaker left behind and yourself, was there any other evidence in that vehicle that you were aware of?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
T-shirts.
Show you what's in evidence. As State 76, do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, sir.
And what car is it?
Nissan Altima.
All right, is that the one that you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker are all in?
Yes, sir.
That tree?
Yes, sir.
State's 87, what are we looking at there?
My Glock 23.
What's next to it?
T-shirt.
And then State's 92, what's in that photo?
M&P 15.
Whose was that?
Scotty.
And what's in the seat?
T-shirt.
And who do those shirts belong to?
Hakeem and Scotty.
You said that you and Scotty were jumping fences?
Yes, sir.
Show you what's now in evidence as State's 189. You recognize those two individuals?
Yes, sir.
Who were they?
It's me and Scotty.
All right. Who got to the fence first?
Scotty.
All right. And then right behind him?
It's me.
After you jumped over that fence, kept running,
Yes, sir.
and where did you and Leroy Whitaker make it?
Made it to a patio,
How do you go? What?
a house.
Back to. Showing you what's in evidence, I believe it states 110, I believe. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Patio.
Is that the patio of the home that you and Leroy Whitaker made it to?
Yes, sir.
When you got to that location, what did the two of you do?
I opened it, walked into it.
And the next exhibit, just I believe states 114 or 115. Sorry, do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's a back sliding door. Back sliding door.
Backsliding door to that house.
Yes, sir.
Did you and Leroy Whitaker enter that home?
Yes, sir.
Did you have permission to enter the home?
No, sir.
Why were you and Leroy Whitaker going into that house at that time?
Get away from the police.
So they looking for you?
Yes, sir.
Both of you?
Yes, sir.
Well as Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
At the time you and Leroy Whitaker entered that home, did either of you know who lived there?
No, sir.
Did either of you have permission to be in there?
No, sir.
Did you even know if anyone was home before you went into that house?
No, sir.
Once you made it into that house, where did the two of you go?
We went to the first room we seen.
And where in the house was that? If you remember.
I can't remember.
What kind of room was it?
Looked like a guest room.
So some sort of bedroom?
Yeah.
Now, what was the purpose of you and Leroy Whitaker going into that room?
To hide.
So what did you do when you made it into the room?
I got into the closet.
What did Leroy Whitaker do?
It kind of like stood. I was telling him to get under the bed.
Did he?
No.
What did he do?
Tried to get in the closet with me.
What happened while the two of you were in that bedroom?
The lady came.
And how did you see the lady?
Well, she opened the door.
What happened after she opened the door?
She seen us. Well, she seen me in the closet, and she seen Scotty standing outside the closet.
Did she say anything to the two of you?
Yeah.
What'd she tell you?
She was like, y'all gotta get out of my house.
Were you or Leroy Whitaker going to leave the house at that point in time?
No.
Could you go outside safely?
No.
Why?
Police.
What did this lady do next after she saw y'all, told you to get out?
Escorting us to the door, to the front door.
She opened the front door?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
She screamed for help.
And after she screamed for help, what happened?
Pulled her back into the house.
Who did?
Me.
Alright. And did Leroy Whitaker help you pull her?
Yes, sir.
And then once she was pulled back inside her house, what happened?
Well, I kind of like took her to the ground.
Okay. Did you do something to her when she was on the ground?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
Choked her.
Say that again?
Choked her.
Put your hands on her throat?
Yes, sir.
And what were you trying to do?
Really just trying to scare her.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
After you were choking her, did Leroy Whitaker say anything to you?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He asked me, did I want to kill her?
What'd you say?
Said, yeah.
Did you want to kill her?
No.
And why'd you say that?
Just so she can cooperate.
Did she cooperate with both of you?
Yes, sir.
What'd you make her do?
Made her get on the couch.
Did you take anything from her?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Took her phone.
And why'd you do that?
But she couldn't call the police.
Did you have a cell phone with you?
Yes, sir.
Was it working?
Yes, sir.
Was it on?
No, it was dead.
What about Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, he had a phone.
How were you and Leroy Whitaker planning on trying to get away?
Well, call and ask for help.
I couldn't hear you.
called and asked for help.
So who would have been calling?
Say that again.
Who was calling for help?
Scotty.
Do you know who he called?
Well, the first person he called was Kareem.
He call anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Called Blue.
Did someone eventually show up?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Blue.
You know how he knew where to find you?
Yes, sir.
How?
Scotty dropped a pin.
What's a pin?
Location.
Prior to Abdul Robinson Sr., Blue showing up, did you and Leroy Whitaker take anything else from the house?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Clothes.
Did you have permission to take the clothes?
No, sir.
Did you and Leroy Whitaker both change your clothes?
Yes, sir.
And why were you doing that?
Changed the description.
Were you still worried about the police?
Yes, sir.
While you were waiting, what was Miss Buckley doing?
She was sitting on the couch. And to my knowledge, it looked like she was falling asleep.
And then, shortly after that, did someone arrive?
Yes, sir.
And again, who was that?
Blue.
And what was Blue Abdul Robinson Sr. driving?
Challenger.
You remember the color?
It's like orange is red, dark orange red.
Did both you and Leroy Whitaker leave the home and get into that car?
Yes, sir.
What about the clothes that you changed out of? Where were they?
Pajamas.
The clothing that you wore that we just saw in that video?
Yes, sir.
When you entered the home, what happened to those clothes?
We kept them.
You didn't leave them behind?
No.
Did you also still have Miss Buckley's phone?
Yes, sir.
When you got into the vehicle with Abdul Robinson Sr., was he the only person in that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And did he then drive both you and Leroy Whitaker away?
Yes, sir.
Were there police still in the area?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell Abdul Robinson Sr. about what happened?
Yes, sir.
And so he became fully aware of everything that had took place?
Yes, sir.
Before telling him that, when you got in the car, did Abdul Robinson Sr., did he ask any questions of you?
Yes, sir.
What did he want to know?
He asked me.
Sustained.
Where did you go? Where did Abdul Robinson Sr. take you?
He took me to Grand Park.
Where in Grand Park?
Took me to Zay House.
Who was Zay?
Xavier Floyd.
Is he a friend of
A friend.
of who?
Of Blue.
And what was the purpose of going to that home?
Switch cars.
Did y'all switch cars?
Yes, sir.
What car did y'all switch into?
We switched from the Challenger to Impala.
Whose car was that?
Karina.
Who's that?
That's Hakeem and Abdul's sister.
And then after y'all got into that Impala, where did you go?
We went to Blue House in Ocean Way.
When you first got to Abdul Robinson Sr.'s home in Ocean Way, was anyone else there that you remember?
Not that I know of.
Before you left, did you see anyone else? Did anybody show up?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Abdul and Hakeem showed up.
Did you change clothes?
Yes, sir.
How did you get new clothes?
Kareem gave us new clothes.
Did he have clothes at that home?
Yes, sir.
Did you ask Hakeem Robinson anything about what happened?
Yeah, I asked him, where he ran to.
And what did he tell you?
Told me he made it to some apartments.
Do you know what happened to the firearm?
He told me he threw it in the creek.
Do you know how he got away from the apartment complex that he made it to?
Yes, sir.
What did he tell you?
That Natalie came and got him.
While you were still at Abdul Robinson Sr.'s home, did you see anything or hear anything that kind of spooked you a little bit?
Yeah, we watched the news.
What'd you see on the news?
Seen a video of me and Scotty jumping the gate.
Did you eventually make it back to your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Was Gennaro there when you got there?
Yes, sir.
That evening, January 15, 2020, did you and Gennaro leave your apartment?
Yes, sir.
And while y'all had left your apartment, did you get pulled over?
Yes, sir.
And is that when you were detained?
Yes, sir.
And Gennaro as well?
Yes, sir.
And were you taken to the police station?
Yes, sir.
And while you were at the police station, did law enforcement attempt to interview you?
Yes, sir.
Now, during that interview, were you 100% completely truthful with them about everything that you had done?
No, sir.
About who you were with?
No, sir.
Did you even tell them who you were with?
No, sir.
Did you also, in that interview, deny touching or taking anything from Miss Buckley?
Yes, sir.
Were you still arrested?
Yes, sir.
And that was for the burglary?
Home invasion.
Of Miss Buckley's home.
Yes, sir.
After you were arrested, was DNA also taken from you?
Not in the interview.
Right, but by
Later on, yeah.
did photographs get taken of you?
Yes, sir.
And were those photographs of the tattoos of your arms?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I have no further questions.
Hey, do me a favor. Look down right there to the bottom left and hit that like button for me. Hit that like button right there. I appreciate it. Now continue watching. Promo alert if you need promo. DM me on Instagram at music101CEO. $30 for one promo video on my YouTube. $50 for 3 promo videos on my YouTube. $70 for 6 promo videos on my YouTube. And $130 for 12 promo videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all tap in and get that promo if you want to win.